Hi, this is Melissa Simmons, and I'm here to start some of our virtual Girl Bossed Up series. And the one I want to present to you today is all about work life balance. All right. So, as we look at this topic of work life balance, the first question I have for you is can we really do this? Can we really have balance between our work and our lives? One of the great quotes that I wanted to use today is don't confuse having a career with having a life. This is a quote by Hillary Clinton, and I think it's so important that we embrace that we all have careers, but we can't confuse our careers with our lives. Our career is not our lives. Our lives are so much more than that, and I think it's important that we tap into our, not just the things that we could do at work, but the things that we are talented with to do outside of work. So never confuse the two in terms of this is my career and this is my life. I think it's also important for us to accept that there is no perfect work life balance. Strive for a realistic schedule and balance every day. Every day things are changing, especially in these times. So I think it's so important for us to focus on that and be flexible at the end of the day. And also make sure that you put together and you look at your priorities and your goals and the things that you want to do on a daily and weekly basis so that you can make priorities, so that you can make adjustments from week to week, from month to month, to make sure that you're doing the things that you have set as priorities in your life, things that are important to you. Secondly, find a job that you love. It's so important for us to embrace and do what we need to do. Too often we have settled for making the money or doing things that work for the moment. But it's important that we become courageous, plan, and then execute something that we would love to do. Find what that passion is of yours, because when you're working that passion, the day goes by because it's something you love to do. You're not looking at your clock trying to clock out from 8 to 5, but you're just working. You ever had that moment where you find yourself in the middle of the night just beating away at something, but it's something that you love to do, so you don't even focus the time gone. You don't even notice that the time has gone by. Prioritize your health. This is something that I did a few years ago in my life plan. I said I really want to focus on my health. I want to focus on being more healthy, having a life that is healthy, spirit, mind, and soul. Especially today, I think as we experience this COVID-19, it's so important for us to have not just our bodies healthy, but our minds healthy, our spirits healthy, our mindfulness. A lot of people are talking about mindfulness exercise today. Taking time to breathe. I have my Apple Watch on all the time, and it's always telling me, okay, time to breathe, time to stop and take notice of who you are and center yourself. Not to becoming stressed out on terms of what's going on in the moment, or even, especially now with that mental health, I think is really a big focus today, especially as this COVID-19 thing is happening and people are feeling anxiety, are really fearful of just walking out their house now. Take time to really center yourself. Really gather how you're feeling and dealing with those fears, dealing with those anxieties, and finding really healthy ways to really cope with what is you're experiencing at this moment in time. There's so many apps that we can download now. Calling friends. A lot of people are doing Zoom conferences so they can see each other. Do what you know is going to fill up your soul, fill up your mind, make you feel better about each day you experience. Take a vacation. I know right now, as we are all on self-quarantine, this may sound like something fleeting, but now is the time to plan a good vacation. If you see certain websites and flights, they are at rock bottom prices right now. So what would it take for us to just book a flight maybe in December or even next year this time? It's a great time to start planning, to start seeing what you're doing. On the picture back here, I have me and my husband. This is our trip that we had to Niagara Falls that that we took about a year and a half ago. It was such a wonderful time. One of the things I've decided to do in my life is really plan vacations. And the small ones are even just as exciting as the long ones. So I've been doing a lot of weekend vacations, taking trips. So as soon as this self-quarantine is over and we have the ability to enjoy all the land that's in front of us, I encourage you to take these vacations. Don't save up those vacation days for when you retire. Use them now so that you can really enjoy life every day. Another thing, make time for yourself and make time for the ones you love. Again, I have pictures of a trip I took with my tribe, my Women Empowered tribe, and also another picture with my sisters and my niece celebrating her vacation. Take those days to spend time with your family. Take that time to really pour into them and them pour into you. It's those things that keeps us excited about life. So make time for that and make time for people that you really love in your life. Set boundaries with work and home. Oh my God, especially now that work has invaded our home, I think it's so important for us to set boundaries. One of the things that I did recently, I bought myself a desk. And my desk is just right over there in the room. But when I sit there, that's my workspace. But the moment I leave that desk and I sit in my gray lounge chair, that's my home space. And mentally, it's really helping me to detach from work and home, even though it's in the same environment. But it's so important that we do that. Another thing that I'm learning to do and I'm trying to do even better is don't answer emails on the weekend. Set that time aside. I know some of us have jobs where we're always on call and things like that, and we have to respond to things, but try your best and let people know, look, unless it's an emergency, don't, leave emails to Monday through Friday so that you can really express and use that time for yourself. Don't be, sometimes we get anxious and we want to answer emails, but I've learned not to answer them. I may have to look at them, but I don't have to answer them. And that helps to really create that separate time for you where it's your time and then work time. And lastly, I want to really stress that we should plan goals and priorities. One of the things I did a few years ago was I created a life plan, and I went through this wonderful process. But in that plan, I really set the boundaries and priorities for my life, and the investment in me was worth it. I encourage you today to invest in yourself. Create a life plan that's going to establish your boundaries, that's going to establish your goals, your vision, your priorities in life, so that when you do things from day to day, your goals are first and foremost, that you're executing those goals on a daily basis, that the investment that you have put into yourself is well worth it and being earned every day. So I hope that helps you. I hope you realize never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. I want to leave you with that thought so that I encourage you just to continue to move and do what you need to do to create that home and work and life balance. I hope you enjoyed that. Be intentional about creating your work-life balance and be about your business on a daily basis. From Girl Bossed Up, this is Melissa Simmons. Talk to you soon.